Do, 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 do. Yeah, right there, right there, right there, right there. I want to talk to you about streamer culture. I thought I was going to make this one super long and in depth, but you know what I decided to do? You know what I decided to do instead? I decided to drop it. Drop the whole premise. Recently, I made a video saying, "Why are you arguing with teenagers on the internet?" I'm going to solidify something for a lot of people. There are not a lot of people who make content for older demographics. That is not the audience of the internet. Never was, never gonna be. And I'm recognizing now that a lot of what I thought was my fault a long time ago, in the way I address things, the way that I categorize things, the reason why it was rejected at wholesale is because it challenged the faith that other people have put into one person. This streamer aesthetic is a zero sum game. I've made great friends, lifelong friends, from this website without seeing a hint towards the partner program. Objectively, for every person who streams, one way or another, if you receive $5 a stream, you're gonna want 10 the next time. It's how shit works. I don't want to paralyze you on this thought. I don't want to sit here and go through everybody's opinions and everything is misconstrued because everything applies to everyone at the same time, and at the same time there's no one size fits all. When I thought about this, I remembered specifically asking a question that I'm still asking myself hour after hour, day after day. I have a chatter in my community, a mod. His name is Globus. The question that me and him have been bouncing around is, are you willing to do what it takes to reach the goal that you want? Because you can go sky high and say, yo, I want to be WWE champion. You can go about that two ways. You can get into the wrestling business, work your way up to from the indies to the main event scene, actually, put on a couple classics, blah, 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 wait a couple years, boom, you got your main event. Or you could just like air out that whole venue. I got, there's nobody else to wrestle. I guess you might as well pick me. These two sound like extremes. Well, that example, the last one, is an extreme. But that's what streamer culture is an extreme. There's no way for you to divorce yourself from somebody who you used to watch all the time to the point where that's all you watch. Why did I bring me up in this? I think that's why this community that I've built and the people I've made connections with stick so well. Because I don't apply what you like to what you get from me. You're going to like what I'm going to give you because you know who it's coming from. This entire situation, all of the situations. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I didn't put ash in my drink. The noise you create as one person is not. The noise you create as one person is absolutely 110% not just noise only you can hear. Just because you can disconnect from it when you leave the internet does not mean other people can. And you have created an environment ripe for, if the bigger people end up being just absolutely reprehensible, there will still be one person who raises their hand and says, I can't live without you. Jenna Marbles exited YouTube a while ago. Jenna Marbles has not come up in video content in a while. But there was a point where she was the trending topic. Are you getting what I'm saying about disappearing? It's okay to have your little forum here and there, but you have centralized it under the guise of formative socialism. What do you mean formative? Are you all sitting here watching one person while they make a living off of it? What are you gaining from them? If you spent all your money and time making sure they was up, and then you found out that they objectively are staunchly 50, it's a 51-49 split. They cannot own your company. That's a bar. That's a bar. I want you to really hook in on that one. That was a bar. It is a 51-49 split, and they cannot own your company. But you have invested that 49. You have spent 40 years, 3 marriages, 2 kids, estranged kids. And it turns out the person you went into business with is like a demon. What do you do? But he explained it. But they said, you remember that instance where that streamer ended up like accidentally revealing that they've looked at, like, I guess deep fake AI of other streamers that they were quote unquote friends with, and he got his wife on stream and was crying about it and everything. Situation don't exist if it don't happen. I'm not saying you gotta hide everything. I'm just saying, why do you keep trusting people who have things to hide? See how deeper the layers can go? I am no longer talking about us, me as a content creator. You see all them people? You see all them people right there? You see all them people right there? See all my chatters, my community members sitting on 15, 20 views right now. All them people. Each one of them are guaranteed to not have a vested interest in anything that I would have to hide, because I don't hide anything. I have a track record that backs me. I have people from real life and here all saying, you're just putting the person that you've always been on the internet. No compromises, no change in values, no focus. I literally got my ADHD run wild. I'm going to complete everything I'm going to complete because I said I was going to, and you're going to enjoy the ride that I have structured to put along for you. If that is not for you, please leave. They don't have any reason to think anything else. They trust me beyond just being a streamer. They know me as a person. If I was being fucked up, it would show on my face. And I'm tired of holding myself to the same standards to get to the places where these people are, because you have invested time into streamer culture. And I'm trying to tell you, it is dead. Either make better people famous, which was like the theme of season 2 and 3, or let the platform collapse. Or, secret third option, stop investing yourself into these content creators that you get to watch live. As much as I love for my when my community pat me on the back, yo, that shit was fire, bro. Great stream, da da da, this and that. They are also aware of a structure and a story. They are watching me perform. So when I have to sit down and change the environment to a quiet one, it's real because I've dictated it to be real. And I've sat up here and I've talked and I've talked and I've worked through the problems and I've said solution number 1, solution number 2, solution number 3, solution number 4, solution number 5. Extend my hand out. How many chats have I been a part of? How many debate panels have I been a part of? How many people in those circles sat there and said, that's the guy that has it? And then the guy in charge says, nah, not him. Plain as day. You pick sides, you make small decisions, little choices. Why? If I were to ask you why, am I the one who is the problem? But asking these questions is the tricky part. Being the person who wants to provide a platform for these questions to be the only realm of existence is asking you to go to therapy and get the fuck off this app. I don't know whether or not you've realized it, but the goal isn't only for me to raise this menial form of conversation to a better place. There are hundreds of people trying to apply this thought and theory in a pragmatic way, and it is punished whenever it is given a chance in the spotlight because there's just a group of fickle, nonsensical. I refuse to believe that people I have given money to have scammed me on their personality. They didn't scam you. They've always been showing you exactly who they were. You just didn't realize you liked it. It didn't come wrapped in the package that you're used to. It didn't come holding uh, as Kaonashi says, the devil is real. And it's not a little red man holding a pitchfork. All of your insecurities, all of the world's trash that has been thrown on top of you, all of the things that force us to be have found their way onto communications through people who are not ready to have those conversations. They do not know what to do next. They are not set for it, and they will never be set for it because they got the money, fame, and attention by not doing that. An NBA star's child comes out as trans and the jokes are all loosely tied to Gamergate. How'd that happen? It feels like if we don't put guardrails for things to repeat themselves, they'll just happen again. Really feels like we have to have a conversation on the Reconstruction era of the United States. Really set a tone for a lot of the ways social ordinances work, but we'll get there when we get there. This is about streamer culture. And I've been warning you for the longest of times that all that this was going to end up being is a shouting match between the worst people possible because all of us have invested so much time and energy into them that we can't turn them off at the snap of a finger. It's like divorcing a friend. All those juicers, all those people, I gotta get my name at the top of the chat. Hassan, this is a moment. I can't believe I watched this with you. I'm only using like Hassan because I'm thinking about juicers right now. I could use XQC, but I don't watch his shit, so I don't know who the fuck be gifting him. And then all of a sudden, in an instant, your image is ruined of them, but you can't just turn it off. I gotta see, what is he gonna say? Roman Reigns just beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. What is he gonna say? What is he gonna say? Are you gonna boo him out of the building? Or are you gonna listen to him? These people dominate a culture that they are not prepared to shape, but they are only prepared to exist in them. They don't want to hear that because it will just ring hollow to the thousands of voices that repeat to them, what are they talking about? That's not how you feel. I'm not talking about the you that's on the camera. I'm talking about the you that you can feel. How far does your rabbit hole go? Clip that one out of context. Now you can pause it and be like, hey, yo, what the fuck? I can make jokes because I'm past this. Why am I talking about it then? Because I'm not in the position to be past this. You are. So why aren't you? I'm the paradigm shift. And this has been your daily reminder that streamer culture is toxic at the highest levels. And I will continue to do everything in my power to reshape it by continuously calling out and laying out a framework for a better world. Deuces, bitches.